Hello and welcome back, everybody. This is my continuation of Under the Mask. Um, it is an adventure for the Time Stories board game. So, left things off last time. Finally visiting Thought-Meki Villa. There's two characters who want to be here. Anuket is looking for a job. And Akabe is looking for his wife, who is a servant here. Got half of a map. But otherwise, all the starting characters have been swapped out. I'm still not sure if this one was worth it. Septahankas. She has kind of, without any healing, she has kind of a one-use spell. They can either remove 3 shields or cancel the test associated with a snake. And I've got Seti, which I think wanted to go back to the military quarters in order to spend some time at the barracks. I don't have an awful lot of time left. I have a feeling that I'll just be able to finish up here, and that's kind of going to be the end of the first run. Which is good because I'm out of transfers. So even if I find a character that I need to transfer into in order to continue with the story, I can't. As far as coming back for a second run goes, without finding Sobeki, there's not much point in going back to here, the entrance. I think I just, yeah. I think the thing it provides is to swap out for this character, which I still don't know if they're actually important to what's going on. So I think for a second run, I might ignore that. Depending on what happens here, I might not need Anuket or Hakabe. If that's the case, then I won't need to grab either of the characters from the Felucca. And I won't need to do, what's his face, Ajib's story. Keep him around to use the translator. Because he is the one who led to this game. So the only one that I think I might go back for on the second run is Seti up here at King Tut's tomb. I also want to try the other option because the one got me kicked out. So I want to try the other one and see if it was better. But yeah, Seti comes with this. That again, I'm pretty sure is supposed to be used in the barracks at the military quarter. So I want to figure out what this is all about. But as with a lot of these games, I don't know if it is just different paths to the same end. Like I have a figure that these two characters, Hakabe and Anuket, both just unlock this area for Thought-Meki Villa, which I get to keep now. So I mean, if that's the only reason to transfer into these characters, then I don't need either of them again. But anyway, so this is a fairly large location. There are no spaces that are required. We're basically looking for the, I guess, the owners of the villa, Anuket, and I'm looking for Hakabe's wife. Now, again, I don't know if it's going to be worth it. I don't know if they're just going to end up being characters that you have the chance of swapping into, or if they actually give some useful information. The whole point of this is to find some poison that can be applied to a mask that was stolen that we need to find and return. But at this point, I have no idea where to find either of those things. It seems like this guy, okay, was definitely involved in the theft. He did it in order to help get the money he needed to be able to get his wife. So hopefully this storyline actually leads to where the mask is. As far as the poison goes, I have no idea. But there are locations that I haven't been to. So I have no idea what to expect at the military quarters, the streets of Thebes, or the Dyer's neighborhood. So maybe the poison is somewhere in here. Which is likely, it could be either at the military quarter, maybe at the Dyer's neighborhood, or the streets of Thebes could have a marketplace. Some place to actually be able to spend some of this money. But anyway, let's get into searching the villa. So the Thutmeki home is one of the nicest in Thebes, located near the temple of Moat, whatever, in front of the Alley of the Sphinx, leading to the Karnak Temple. It impresses you with its finely painted facade. After Maya quickly checks your name on the list, you walk to a patio that is bathed in an effervescent, festive ambiance. To your left, an opening leads to the kitchens, which would be in here. Not far from there, a servant is doing the rounds of guests holding a platter, which would be her. So she might be the person that Hakabe is looking for. In the middle of the yard, women are dancing to the beat of musicians, under the wizened gaze of the nobles present. That's that, and I think that's the nobles. A bit further away, in a room at the edge of the patio, a woman is shouting at her staff. Oh, that's probably that. Nearby, a cradle is attracting the attention of a woman. Oh, up top, I guess. So this card isn't about the people in front, it's about her in the back. Oh, that's the baby that she mentioned. I think? I think she said they had a baby. Anyway. And finally, behind the opening to the right, a flight of stairs seems to lead to the upper floors. Which is there. So that might lead to a new location. Okay, so we've got kitchens, serving girl, dancing girls, noble being angry with the servant checking on a baby, and stairs leading up. I might leave the stairs leading up until last and check out the rest of it. And as far as that goes, let's try doing. I'm gonna take a gamble, and I'm gonna put Hakabe into here and see if this girl is his wife. And since he needs to buy her freedom, basically, let's give him some extra money. Don't know how much he's going to need, but if I can at least put him up to basically a Deneb's worth, maybe that'll be enough. That leaves everybody else with one or two. Okay. Next up, I'm gonna send Anuket to either send her to talk to the noble or deal with the baby. I think I might deal with the baby first. Which leaves these two, the soldier and her. It's kind of equal across the board. And Deptahakas is not very good at combat. I'm not really expecting a fight here, but you never know. Let's have Might leave the noblewoman for later. So let's have him go to the kitchens. Might just have her join in with the dancing. Let's see how well that goes. Okay. Let's see what we are dealing with here. Oh, and I do need to make sure I'm keeping track. So this is Thought Villa. And this place has a lot of locations to visit. B, A, B, E, F, and G. There's no H. Alright, let's see what we are dealing with here. Boop, 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 and boop. There's a bunch of flavor text. Okay, so that's not the servant. Yeah. So just take possession. Blech. Okay. Does it mention who? Oh, if I hadn't been seduced by Mayette, I wouldn't be in this mess. It was my only chance to get her out of her status as servant. Oh, he'd been seduced by her and fell in love with her. Oh, wait. Not a wife. She's the reason he got into this whole thing. Ah, shoot, so I do need to transfer into her. She might be the one behind everything. Okay, then I'll need to keep an eye on that. Oh, okay, so yeah, I guess I don't need him anymore then. Okay, anyway. While preparing various dishes, two cooks are talking about their master's servant. What beauty! I'd love to go up there to bring her a flatbread. Just to get to know her. You also spot a key hooked to the wall. 2 successes in a single agility roll. Does that mean one character, one roll? Or can multiple characters each make one roll? I'm guessing it's one person makes one roll. I have to get 2 successes on 2 dice. Okay, well. Thought is one of the most important dignitaries in Thebes. He was recently promoted to a new political office. But this great party is to mark the this great party is to mark the occasion. I don't have time to talk with you. Ancas, woman of the house, is beside herself. She has just lost an amulet belonging to her son. Want a sip of beer? Unless wine and dates are more your style. He's lost an amulet. Okay. Oh, I wonder if the toy can be used. Just random thought. I mean, obviously not the amulet, but I wonder if the kid would like a wooden toy to play with. Yellow 4. I don't have yellow 4. I wonder if it's one of these. It says she wants a flatbread. Maybe I should get that. I don't know why I'd want some fish. But anyway, Okay, so C is done. Find missing amulet. And with the dancers, in front of the dancers, tongue loosen. Thalmeki deserves his nomination to the post of mediator. At his age, it's an honor that His Majesty Pharaoh, life, strength, and health, is granting him. And it was high time to clean up the administration. Let's just hope that Thebes will emerge from this greater. Recently, our illustrious leaders have grown to prefer the coolness of the tombs on the west bank and the sumptuousness of the east bank. Our illustrious leaders have grown to prefer the coolness of the tombs on the west bank. I wonder if that just means that the leaders... maybe they're the ones responsible for the theft? Hmm. Hang on 1 second. For some reason... I noticed this in the first video I made. For some reason, OBS keeps resizing the game window. Okay. That should be a little bit better. I need to do a better job of checking on that. Anyway. Alright. So, interesting. I don't think there's any particularly useful information here. But just some information. Okay, on the cradle is written the name Kina. Inside, a baby is crying. As you come closer, you see claw marks on the cradle. Oh, and a few cat hairs next to the child. A servant of breathtaking beauty, Mayette, is attempting to calm him, but she seems to be having trouble with them as the commotion in the room is just too great. They can take possession. Wait, this is right. This is a swap for N and yellow 4 for items. Oh, take item 11 instead of 10. Instead of 10. Okay. I need to find out where that yellow 4 is. Alright, well, in that case, I can't do anything here, because I don't have a token to be able to transfer. I'm thinking the key is probably to get through this door. So, okay, the question is, what do I do? That means that getting the flatbird up here isn't going to do anything, unless it's the yellow 4. And I could just bring, I don't know, because there's other locations I wouldn't mind checking out. Okay. So hang on, this is Charisma 3 for item 25. Charisma 2 for item 26. And Agility 2 for item 27. Okay, I'm pretty sure that the key is going to be needed to get through here, so I don't know if it's going to be worth going through there. I think I'm going to have Eniket go and talk to them. And I think I'm going to have everybody else come over here. Right, I need to spend 1 time unit to do that. I'm going to do this. There's no downside to trying to steal the key, it just doesn't work. But I don't know, I might go for like all 3 options. There's nothing that says I can't. Unless taking one of these items specifically says that you can't do any of the others. So that's 3 for the fish, 2 for the flatbread. And again, I'm kind of surprised that there's still nothing to spend money on. Like, why can't I just spend money to get these? Why am I trying to farm or steal them? I mean, I guess I can understand why I'm trying to steal the key, but can't I just offer like a bag of grain for the fish and the flatbread? Yeah, anyway. Okay, so anyway, Seti is going to try and yoink the key. We need 2 successes on 2 dice. Ta-da! Manages to do it. So those go away. And I get item number 27. And that goes to him. A key. Key stolen from the kitchens of the Thutmose Villa. Very interesting looking key. That looks like the head of Horus, probably. Okay. Right. So now. Oh, and she gets to see what's going on here. Okay. Ancast, Lady of the House, is shouting at her house staff. It's a catastrophe. Ina's amulet has disappeared. It's a very bad omen. He's inconsolable. And on such an important day for Thutmose, my husband. Servants, you won't leave this room until my son has been calmed down. Oh, so I guess even if you were to transfer into Mayat here, item 10 probably is that she can't leave. So item 10 might be bad. So I need to find the Ankh in order to find yellow, and to get yellow 4. Okay. So discard Ankh for yellow 4. So I need to figure out where the Ankh is. I'm pretty sure that is not an item that I have. Okay, well, unfortunately, that means that it doesn't look like the kid wants a wooden hippo, which is a shame. Okay. For another time unit, I'm going to have, instead he has the key, I'm going to have him go over here. I guess I'll have everybody else try and charm their way into getting some fish and flatbread. And that will take another time unit to do that. Alright. Let's just, for the heck of it, let's make some dice rolls for this. I think everybody has 2 charm. Oh, the Cabe only has 1 charm. Okay, well he'll try and go for the flatbread. Wow. And get 2 successes. So despite his lack of personality, he managed to charm his way into getting the flatbread. That is item 26. A few pieces of flatbread acquired from the kitchens of Machiavelli. So it's basically just worth a coin. A bag of grain. Unless it has a use elsewhere. So that leaves the other 2. Make charm tests of their own. They're both 2. We'll try and get some fish to go with the flatbread. That's 1 success. And 2 more successes. Oh, okay, working together. The ladies managed to get themselves some fish. That's item 25. I guess it doesn't really matter who this goes to. A fish. Worth 1 bag of grain. Okay, cool. Alright, so anyway, Seti, while the others are messing around in the kitchens, he's gonna come over here and check this out. Ah. Oh, so the key isn't used for here. On the rooftop are many grain silos. You can hear meowing sounds from one of them. When you open that silo, you see a cat with a shiny object in its mouth. Oh, it has the Ankh. Okay. To catch the cat, do that, then take item 7. If you have some fish, discard it to remove 3 and 1 from the test. Okay. So it's not a locked-in one. I don't have to do it, which means that I can just kind of end there. I am then going to spend another time unit in order to pull everybody. This is going to take some time, unfortunately. No, I don't want him to start working on it because that one's going to start eating. Yeah, 313. Okay. I'm worried that if I start rolling for him, that one's going to eat up more time units than it would take to just get the people over here. So actually, yeah, I don't need that. So they are going to move over to here. I'm going to discard the fishy. in order to remove 3 white shields in the one-time unit. Then Seti, because he was still there, can make a roll to try and remove some of the rest of the shields. So he has 2 agility. And gets nothing. Okay. So I'm going to have to spend another time unit. That he's going to try and roll again. Wait, why am I even doing this? I can't even transfer into the character. Wait, yeah, there's no point in doing this. Hang on, let's get those 2 time units back. So, no, I don't move, I don't roll. Okay. But now I know. Have fish. Hang on, it is... that one is for the fish. That one is for the flatbread. I don't think is needed. And this one is for the key. Okay, have fish. Gives item 7, which I'm fairly sure is the Ankh. So I think the sequence of events is to come here and get the fish, then come here and get the Ankh, come here to get yellow 4, come here to get her. Yeah, well, the fish and the key. And maybe the flatbread, just for the hell of it. But yeah, because I don't have any more transfer things for the IDT, I can't even do this, so there's no point in going through that sequence. I mean, technically I've already gotten the fish and stuff, so that's not a big deal, which yeah, I guess I can just hold on to. But now I know that that is there. So that just leaves me with figuring out what item 11 is. Which I'm kind of wondering if that is how I get to the mask. But yeah, it definitely seems like grabbing these characters was just to unlock this location, which I now have permanently. There doesn't seem to be any need for either of these characters to be here. So I can save myself a couple of transfer points just by not bothering with these 2 characters. This one still doesn't seem have anything to do with the story. I think, again, she is just because of this ability, or her abilities. So, with the time units that I have left, I think what I am going to do is pay a quick visit to the military quarters and see if I can't do this. Right, so on the next playthrough, I still haven't found Sobeki. So I don't need to worry about Setbot. I've gotten what I need out of these 2 characters, so I don't need either of them. It's a little unfortunate. I kind of wish there was more integration between the characters you can transfer into and what they can do in the game. Like, when this was good because he had an actual story. Well, even then, once he got into Setmot, there's no reason for him to be there. Like, there's nothing that he specifically was able to accomplish other than just getting access to it. Which I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on what the Sobeki thing is, but maybe Sobeki is the poison one. Hmm. But so yeah, it seems like at the very least I don't need to go back to the temple unless I really want to try and steal bags of grain from the people that were there. But I don't need him anymore. And technically, I'm not allowed to keep this, but unless I actually need it for a reason, I can just remember what it says and whatever the hell this is. So unless I... Ooh, a little bit of a freeze there. Hopefully everything is still okay. Recording, yeah, okay. But yeah, I might not need to get him anymore because I don't need to go to the temple. I don't think I need either of the characters from the Felucca. So if it gives me the option of starting where I want, I might start in King Tut's tomb immediately. Grab Seti. Well, I mean, it depends on whether. Okay, let me finish this off. Too much speculation, not enough action. But yeah, let me see if I can finish Seti off. That way, I might not need him either. That way, when I come back, I can just go maybe straight into the streets of Thebes or the Dyer's neighborhood and see what these are about. But anyway, yes, so all done here. Now that I know that that is a thing. Because, I mean, there's still 5 other locations that I haven't found yet. Which is pretty amazing. But yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be a 3-run. Like, I don't think I'm anywhere near being able to finish this off. Okay, anyway. I'm going to the military quarter. Yay, I rolled a 1. Doop to doop to doop to doo. Okay, let's see what we're dealing with here. There's the gray 1. Pink 2. I don't know if I've found a pink 2 yet. That might come from one of these other ones. Great. These should all be off. But I mean, I'm definitely going to be putting him here. Black 1. Is there a black 1 that came from somewhere else? No, King Tut's tomb needed a black 2 or a blue 1. Black 2 was just the alternate choice from that. Um, Gray 3. No, I don't think I've seen a black 1 or pink 2 yet. Okay, anyway. So this is the military quarter. It has Ita. F needs, I think, 2. E needs a gray 1 or black 1. All right. Let's see what else we're dealing with here. You end up in front of the walls of the barracks. All the troops are out, but in the middle of a military review. To the left, the entrance to the fort is guarded by many soldiers. In the center, atop his chariot, a high dignitary, no doubt sent from the Theban administration, parades before the troops and is about to make a speech. And to the right, behind the soldiers, a small gathering of passerby gazes upon the scene. Okay, well, I'm not sure I want to head to the entrance. I think I need to check it out anyway. I'm thinking Zeddy might be finding an alternate way in. And I have a feeling this is just going to end up in being a problem. So I mean, I guess I'll just send Hekabe over to take a look at that. The common folk, I guess, and Anuket to have a chat with them, and we'll send Adet to Hankes to listen to the speech. And we'll see how all that goes. Okay. Let's see what we're doing here. Boop, 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 and boop. Oh, keys 6. Oh, okay. Okay. The entrance to the military quarters is blocked by a large number of guards, preventing the entrance of anyone not authorized to be there. It is, therefore, impossible to go further. However, the belt of one of them could easily be lightened by the removal of a large set of keys. There's no downside to doing this, so again, I can just do it. Standing on his chariot, the statesman gazes with authority and a degree of arrogance at the troops present. He steps in front of what looks like the barracks leader and speaks to the troops. Thebes shelters a few criminals, a minute number to be sure, but they are still toxic to our city. Your collaboration with the Magi and the capture of a grave robber shows us at what point we need to work hand in hand. Maat has spoken. The culprit will be sent to Osiris' tribunal through impalement? I think it's supposed to be impalement, I-M-P. Oh, well, whatever. Impalement in a public place. Okay, cool. A passerby gazes at the scene, but is visibly bored by the event. He confides in you with a whisper in your ear. That's Ramsesnacht, the high priest of Amun. If you want my opinion, he's beginning to believe himself the equal of the pharaoh. A few more years, and the high priest will no longer be simply the supplicant to the pharaoh, but his equal. But terrible times. But they managed to catch the grave robber, though. A certain Nebka. Ah, so Nebka is the person that was mentioned. Okay. So I can note down that C and D are both done. I don't need to go back to those. B is agility 5 in order to get E6. And this is key 6 to get ink 2. Okay. The guards at the entrance stare at you with a conniving look as you enter the barracks. The interior is devoid of anyone, as all the troops are being reviewed outside. A voice calling out leads you to the jails, where in one of them 2 men are held. One of them keeps shouting to whoever is listening, "Hey, I'm here, finally. Free me and we're rich." If you want key 6, immediately reveal 2. Okay, well, let's try and do that. So 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I don't own the key, unfortunately. I'm going to spend 1 time unit and McCabe's going to use 2 dice. Well, he gets 1 success. And then everyone else is going to move over to here. And I'm going to spend another time unit. Have everyone roll to try and steal this key. Everyone makes an agility roll. I think everybody's agility is 2. Yes. Yes. Everybody is 2. Okay, we'll start with McCabe. Oop, balls. Crap. 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 Nope, that's no good. Okay, let's try that again. Ooh, okay, 2 successes. Then I guess we'll go with Seti. I mean, I'm going to run out of time units, so I might as well... yeah, we'll see how this goes. Seti. Man, these dice really like to roll a lot. That's 1 more success. And Nuket next. 2 successes. Alright, that's that done. So we now have the key, item number 6. Doesn't really matter. I guess give it to the guy with the other keys. The key stolen from a guard in the military part of town. I need to spend another time unit in order to move him over to here. No, that's green. And if I have key, immediately reveal this. Yeah, I figured. Thanks, but there's no time to celebrate. The important thing is to get out of here as fast as possible. The soldiers are all in front of the building, so let's go out the back. Then, let's split up. We'll meet up once this thing blows over. So it's another swap. Swap. 14. Alright, that should about do it, I think. Crap. Okay, so I don't need anyone to go back to the villa, but I do need Seti if I want to come back to the military quarter for this guy. It seems like he might be the lead to the mask. So I think, again, I don't know if it's different ways of achieving the same objective, or if I need both of them. Okay, well, I might, I mean, I might luck out, but let's take a look at Street of Thebes. Oh, that was almost a one. Okay, so 2 time units means boop, boop, I'm out of time. But if nothing else, I can just take a quick look. Yellow 1, black 3. There are an awful lot of these colored markers that I have not found yet, but yet there's like one location left to explore. And there's 5 hidden ones. How the hell do I get to those? And where the hell is Sobeki? I don't know. Again, for the first run, it didn't seem to accomplish an awful lot. There's still so much left to do. Okay, well, let's make a note of what's here. So these are Streets of Thebes. B, C, and D, I won't know anything. And E, I won't know anything about. F needs yellow 1, and G needs black 3. Ugh. Okay. Once past the doors of the city, you find a bustling atmosphere reigns in the streets. The laughter of children mixing with the insults of workers fighting to make their way. All of it overlaid by the braying of donkeys and the incessant buzzing of insects. To your left, a small group of nobles, accompanied by servants, are amazed at the sight of a statue of Ramses II. Just behind them, a man vainly attempts to pull a heavy load. That's the guy in the back. Facing you, a troop of guards is walking past, its presence met with unfeigned respect by others on the street. Probably need one of the soldier people to talk to them. To your right, children are running in every direction. One of them calls out to you. Are you looking for something? I have a feeling this probably leads to these. Or at least one of them. It might be like, give them money and they will help do something. Okay, well, unfortunately, the instant time units hit 0 means the game is over. So, sadly, I don't even get to place characters and check the cards. At least I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I don't. So, I have run out of time. So, there is a mission fail for time units. So this is what happens when I have run out of time. You've once again failed miserably. You shouldn't make this a habit. If you've been handed Knight ED, it's for a reason. Use it with good judgment and investigate what's around you to get your hands on that damned mask. Alright, that's not the end of this. Get back to it, guys. You can leave the stamped items in place, but completely reset the remainder of the game. Read card G and H at the base, follow Laura's instructions, and get ready for another attempt. Oh, and that just happens over and over again until I succeed. Honestly, this whole time unit track thing is a little underutilized in a lot of these games. Like, there's no difference. I just set up again and I go again. Like, what's the point? I mean, why not just reset the time units and continue from here? I kind of wish, like, even if it was a penalty or something, but I kind of wish this did something. It also means I don't have to start on the boat. But yeah, it basically means you can just keep replaying this. I mean, again, you get a score at the end based on how many runs it took, but I mean, so what? Oh, and I forgot, I do have some of these beacons I can spend. Shoot, I need to look up which ones I actually have. I need to start using them. I think I have a bunch of ones that I kind of need. But yeah, like, if there's no consequence to running out of time, what is the point of this? Yeah, anyway. Alright, so I think I'm going to leave this video here. I'll do the cleanup and reset off camera so that next time I'll be ready to begin run number 2. I've got some ideas on how to be able to save some time and the kinds of things that I need to do. I think the plan is... I think I'm going to go straight to the villa and swap out for Mayette. And I'm going to see where that goes. Although I kind of want to see what's in the streets in the Dyer's neighborhood. I want to see what this is all about. Okay, well, I know that Mayette can be swapped out for here. And, oh shoot, what's his face? Thief. Can't remember his name. Whatever that guy was called. Can be found here. If I have SETI. Or whoever has the black 1 token. But I'm curious as to what these are. So I'm kind of thinking that for run number 2, what I'm going to do is I'm going to visit these, and basically work my way up. I'm going to visit these 2 locations, and then come here to grab the lady. And if that doesn't work out, and I end up running out of time again, then for run number 3, I will get SETI and the prisoner. But I want to run at least one storyline all the way to the end, just to see if it's something that I need to do again. I think I spread out too much. I think swapping out for SETI was a wrong idea. I think I should have followed these to the end. And again, now that I know, once you have a character, you kind of don't need them again. Getting both of these characters was a waste. I think if I had just gotten Anuket and not bothered with Hakabe, then I would be in the same position, but with more time. Just having to go to the temple and do stuff with him wasted a fair amount of time units. But I mean, again, the only reason I know that is because I played through the beginning of this game before. So if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have known. So I guess now I have confirmed grabbing both these characters leads to the same spot, and you don't need both of them in order to do that. Which again kind of sucks. And I do wish that there was like a benefit to having like Anuket, having her there. She should have gotten some kind of a bonus talking to the characters or getting something from the kitchens or something like that. So I don't know. That again is a bit underused. But anyway, it's good to know I don't have to worry about those anymore. You can basically just go straight from the boat up to here. But anyway, yes, I will take care of the reset. And yeah, run number 2 next time. So, thank you all so very much for watching. If you want to stick around for run number 2, then please be sure to come back for the next video. So hopefully, I'll see you all again next time.